We should visit Porto Fisco first. We should visit Porto Fisco first.
Lousy weather. We should make sure we finish up here as quickly as possible. The crust on my overcoat is starting to dissolve. It drives a pump that removes the leaking diesel from the water. Wait a minute, the diesel is leaking out of the generator's exhaust pipe. Astounding. A closed sewage system. Here's a tank for diesel. Ouch! Ah! As long as the generator is on, it's too hot to fiddle with. I'll have to put it out of commission somehow. Plus, minus, plus. What is that supposed to mean? I must say, I'm nonplussed. I wish I'd had one of these for Tony. Unfortunately, Doc hasn't invented a remote for that, lazy bum. Here's a tank for diesel. Ouch! Ah! As long as the generator is on, it's too hot to fiddle with. I'll have to put it out of commission somehow. The diesel is leaking out of the generator's exhaust pipe. Astounding. A closed sewage system. This is the perfect place to fill containers with water or to be hit by lightning. Only oily water comes out of the tap. Oh, great. Unfortunately, Doc lazy bu- Janosch! That doesn't seem to be his hideout. I think I'm really getting somewhere. Janosch! I think I'm really getting somewhere. I found the problem. The transmitter is broken.
Then what are we waiting for? Off to dock with it.
She's cool. She's right for me. Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
Boring. What are we doing here anyway?
Don't worry. It's all part of the plan. So much thunder in the air.
Don't pee your pants. The chances of being struck by lightning are about as high as winning the lottery.
Dak. Statistics are for people who don't want to take any risks.
True.
So how are we going to get this radio mast repaired?
Why are you asking me? You're supposed to be the tinkerer here.
Well, I am.
Oh, really? Then what's broken?
Well, the thingies here are really loose. And the electric shoes are mislaced and have an electric double knot on the electro loop. I found the problem. The transmitter is broken.
Then what are we waiting for? Off to dock with it.
Why, Doc? I'm a tinkerer too.
And I always thought you could only break things.
Hey, watch out, or I'm gonna break your heart. I've got a plan. Can you stand on that plateau over there for a minute?
Well, why not? What could possibly be wrong with standing on an elevated platform in a thunderstorm?
So you'll do it?
Heavens no! How naive do you think I am? Next, you're going to put a bucket of water there for my feet. Or hand me an umbrella. Rufus, just a moment.
Naive, bucket of water, umbrella.
You aren't planning to use me as a human lightning rod, are you?
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
All right, wait. Wouldn't dream of it. But when you're awake...
Too late.
Drat!
On we go.
I hope you know what you're doing.
The radio mast seems to mock the lightning, and that seems to make the lightning even angrier. Stupid weather. And that's it. Well then, let's do it. Ow! Janosch! I think... Well, that won't do any good. It's broken. Unfortunately, lazy bum. This is the perfect place to fill containers with water or to be hit by lightning. But it is a conceivably stupid place to store my junk. Do I see the first gray hairs in his beard? I could have sworn they weren't there last week. All shipshape, mate?
Actually, the correct address would be Captain.
Yeah, we can talk about your promotion later. First, I've got a couple of questions. Can't this tub go any faster? We'll never catch up to Donna-Goal this way.
That's no way to talk about my trawler. She's one of the most reliable freighters on the Rust-Red Sea. She may not look like much on the outside, but
oh, her inner beauty! Sorry, bozo, but I overheard Tony often enough trying to set up her cousins with someone. I notice right away when someone's trying to sugarcoat a slug.
she's not a slug.
She's big boned, that's all.
What good is the fastest vessel if we don't even know where our target is?
That's beside the point. We used the same fine line to fix up Dottie Mae and Broomstick Budwin. 4 weeks later, everyone called him Vacuum Hose Budwin. So, what do we know now?
I think Goal is right. We should visit Porto Fisco first.
I don't know. That's where Janosch was headed too.
But that's good. He might be able to help us.
In what way? Is the indentation in your chair not wide enough? Or do you need someone who sorts your chip crumbs by flavor?
You shouldn't underestimate him. In times like these, people will transcend their own limits.
Obviously, he started with his trousers. Do I get to steer too?
I don't know. Do I get to run around like a madman then and get us involved in a series of disasters?
Was that a yes?
That was a go jump in the lake.
So, what do we know now?
I think Goal is we should visit.
I don't know.
But that's good. He might be able.
In what is the or do
You and time.
what island is this?
Its name is actually Isla Watchet, but the sailors call it the Hellhole.
Oh, sounds exciting.
Not really. The island is really nothing more than another pile of junk protruding from the sea. It's only on the map because of the constant thunderstorms. Sailors should give it a wide berth, so you'd better hurry with your radio mast. The last thing we can use now is a crash.
That may be the last thing you can use. The last thing I can use is red beets and advice. Red beets and advice. Back to work, sailor.
Hey, I'm still the captain of this ship.
Say what? This is outright scrutiny.
Mutiny. No screw.
Just stay focused, sailor. Just because there's a woman on board, we must not allow our thoughts to wander. You could make yourself useful.
And so I would. But unfortunately, I have to monitor the restart of the main navigation. It overheated after somebody stuck a salami in the fan.
Which does not mean that the electric sausage knife project was a flop. Do I see the first grade? I could have sworn... Do you have any idea where this Janosch could be hiding?
Didn't he babble something about Porto Fisco?
Oh, yeah. Bozo could really use a more positive attitude. Huh, no effect. I guess that means I'll have to keep mixing psychotropic drugs into his food. Doc looks tired. Unfortunately, the sleep inductor I hammered on all night still isn't finished.
Ah, Rufus. Found any trace of that submersible yet?
I'm working on it. And you're really sure you can put Goal back together?
Of course. I just need the third cartridge.
The one that's in Donna's implant.
Exactly. The rest will be child's play. Although the sea is anything but calm, perhaps I should think about adding some stabilizers to the bone saw. Would you happen to know if Goal is a hemophiliac?
I know you can do it. Have you got any idea how we might capture Donna?
I suggest we travel to Isla Watchet. There's an old radio mast there. If we modify the transmitter just a little, we might be able to track the submersible.
Isla Watchet. Now that sounds inviting.
I hope you're wearing your long johns. The island lies in the center of a permanent storm system.
Oh, come on. I'm not afraid of a little bit of weather.
But you should be. Remember, you'll be working on electrical installations on top of a radio mast in a thunderstorm.
Oh, so what? You wouldn't believe all the hazard warnings I've ignored so far. I went to the radio mast. The transmitter is broken.
How do you know?
Well, I found it lying at the foot of the radio antenna. It's fried.
So it is. You're right.
Oh, I know a fried piece of electronics when I see one.
Even when your signature is missing?
Can you repair it?
I already did.
Well, why did you take so long?
Mainly because of the lollipop stick that was stuck between the contacts. At any rate, the device is working now. All you need to do is mount it at the top of the radio mast.
Easy peasy. I can't get up the radio mast.
Can't help you there, I'm afraid. I've been working on a remedy for flat feet for years, but I can't get my hands on enough donated organs.
My feet aren't flat. It's the lightning. Every time I climb the mast, one of those meteorological bullies shows up and knocks me over the head.
Every time? You're more likely to win the lottery.
That would be more fun. What are we doing here again?
The transmitter has been modified. You just have to install it on the radio mast.
All right. I'll carry on then.
Keep me posted.
Can I also play music cartridges with it?
Yes, but only with the right stereo headphones.
And hollow films?
Of course.
Okay, what about local radio?
No, it only reads cartridges.
Yeah, what a piece of junk. Janosch gave me this note.
Plus, minus, plus? Sounds like a math problem.
Ha! Fortunately, I'm a pro in that field. I've always had problems with math.
The transmitter has been modified. You just have to install it on the radio mast.
All right. She's cool. She's right for me. I repaired the transmitter.
You?
Sure. Yeah, well, Doc is completely clueless. He only assisted me a little.
Like the midwife who dropped you when you were born?
She cut the umbilical cord. I dropped all on my own. Janosch gave me this note.
Plus minus plus. What does that mean?
No idea, but it shouldn't be too hard to decode. After all, Janosch thought it up. Hey, Goal, everything okay?
I feel wonderful. Baby goal!
What was that?
That's my new jingle.
Needs a little bass if you ask me. Hey, Goal, everything okay?
Of course. Baby goal!
Janosch gave me this note.
Plus minus plus. What does that mean?
No idea, but it shouldn't be too hard to decode. After all, Janosch thought it up. I repaired the transmitter.
Wow! Is there anything you can't do?
Well, I just can't lie to you. Actually, it was Doc. No, wait. I think I can lie to you.
So you can do anything?
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Goal, everything okay?
Of course.
You could make yourself useful.
And so I would, but it overheated.
Which does not...
Today is not your lucky day, Seagull. My people rummaged through every pile of garbage, but they found no trace of the girl.
She was here. Why would I lie to you?
I don't know. You appear to suffer from an inflated ego. just like your son.
Rufus is not my son. You can do whatever you want with him. But we had a deal. You wanted a tip, and I gave you one. Can I help it if your people are totally incompetent?
You are wasting my time. And I can't stand it when my time is being wasted.
Hey, you! Tone it down a bit. You're scaring the fish.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I want every nook and cranny of this junk pile turned inside out once more, and close off all access to the harbor. Even if a rat tries to get out of here, I want to know.
That was Argus with his bloodhounds, so the Organon is already after us. Shh! He's right. We need to be careful. She's sweet. She's right for me. Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
I don't know. Are you certain Argus won't catch us?
Nothing is certain.
At least not as long as you're around.
Huh? What? But you're the nice Goal. Did I mix up the cartridges?
No. Spunky Gold just scribbled a couple of tips on my arm.
We have to get into the gadget shop.
Too bad. It's closed.
No stupid door can stop me.
You're not going to break in, are you?
Why not?
Oh, how exciting! What are you going to do? Are you going to kick in the door?
3 guesses, babe.
Oh, wow! Even though it's double titanium reinforced and it will really, really hurt!
2 left. On we go.
I'll follow you anywhere.
I repaired the transmitter.
Wow!
Well, actually, no, wait.
So you
Yeah. Fish bait fish. The Wenzels of the animal world.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
I'm bowing before Neptune. Or, isn't that him?
What? Where? Are you mocking me?
Mocking, robbing, something like that, yeah. He's doing his best to seem relaxed, but my trained eyes see right through the charade. Let me suggest a trade.
No thanks. I got everything I need, except peace and quiet.
Let me suggest...
No, I got
Let me suggest... Let me suggest... How's it going?
Shh! Stop raising such a ruckus.
Oh, let me worry about that. I'm not afraid of the Organon.
Good for you, but please go crow about that somewhere else. Too noisy. You're scaring the fish.
Oh, get off it. You're afraid of the Organon, too.
Just get lost. I thought you said you weren't afraid.
That's right, I'm not. Are you still trying to tell me that you're not afraid of the Organon?
No, I'm not trying to tell you anything. I'm trying to be left alone. So, scram!
And the fact that the floating black market is under attack doesn't bother you?
Not in the least. The only thing that's bothering me is you.
If you're not afraid, then why did you stop fishing?
Guess why?
You're trembling all over. Your palms are sweaty. Telltale signs that you're scared.
Wrong! The problem's you. Whenever you're in the vicinity, all I catch is boots. So, scram!
Go ahead. Keep fishing, you ninny.
Not until you go away.
Could you please catch a boot for me?
What a dumb thing to ask. If word gets around, they might boot me out of the fishing association.
Is that the biggest of your worries? The fishing association?
No, not with you around.
You can't do it, can ya?
Not as long as you're standing there. You wasting your time. A fisherman always keeps his cool.
This is a free country. I can stand wherever I want to.
Not on my pier.
I don't see a sign.
Well, maybe you need an extra pupil. A fish hook in your eye should do the trick.
Come on. I'll be quiet. I promise.
Even if I did believe that, although you keep proving the opposite, you're still unlucky. As long as you're standing here, I'll catch nothing but boots.
I won't go away until you catch me a boot.
You waiting for me to lose my patience? Don't make me laugh, you fidgety wimp. I'm a fisherman. I once solved Gilligan's Cube by just waiting until all the colors had faded.
Was that a challenge?
No, it was a demand for unconditional surrender.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I have never, ever given up.
Yeah, we'll see. Your feet'll rot before I lose my patience.
Is this really necessary, Rufus?
You stay out of this. It's important.
Oh, good grief. Come on, Rufus. I'm cold.
Never.
Please, Rufus, I'm cold. Let's go.
Did you hear that? The girl's cold.
Nice try, buddy.
Rufus, I'm freezing to death.
Holy mackerel, you take care of the girl already? She's wearing nothing but PJs.
Tragic, isn't it?
Rufus, please.
Okay. I give up. I can't bear to see her suffer. Here's your stupid boot. I hope it was worth it.
You see, Goal? I won! A worn-out boot! Impressive, huh?
My hero.
I admit it. It's junk, but it's no worse than the rest of the stuff I carry around. It occurs to me that I always have bait in my inventory, but it sure is tasty. How's it going?
Get lost. I want to keep on fishing.
I've had it with you. I'm out of here.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Let me suggest...
No, I got everything except.
Let me suggest...
No, I got X.
Hey, Goal, listen. Hey, Goal, listen. Two men run into each other, and one of them is wearing only one shoe. The first one asks, "Hey, did you lose a shoe?" And the other one answers, "Nope, I found one." And then he knocks him down with the shoe and steals all his money.
That's funny.
What do you mean funny? That was my plan, how we can get some money. Not necessary. I've already set the hook. I'll try pushing it open.
The door was firmly locked.
That's Gilligan's cat. I wonder if it knows a secret way into the gadget shop. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty. Show Uncle Rufus the secret way into the gadget shop. It's not listening. Which is obviously due to the fact that cats, in general, have very poor hearing. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Look what yummies I have here. It's not paying any attention to me, stupid beast. Here, kitty. Look what yummy. Stupid beast. I'll try pushing it open.
The door was firmly locked.
I'll try.
The door was firmly locked.
Why is the food bowl out here when the cat is locked up inside? Either someone is acting out their sadism, or the cat knows a secret way to get outside. Cats may eat anything, but somehow I doubt this would tickle its fancy. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, look what yummies I have here. Huh, the cat doesn't seem to be interested in this.
How sad. It probably only eats tuna.
Then it can't complain when it starves.
I can almost hear it calling. Help! Oh, I'm dying! Meow!
Stop it.
Oh, meow! Help! Tell my family!
Yeah, I said stop it, okay?
Finally. Did I miss anything?
Do you still remember how I protected you from that dragon?
Let me put that another way. Did I miss anything that didn't happen just inside your head?
Huh? Where else? Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
Well, 1/3 of my mind has fled. The Organon is occupying the floating black market, and if we don't do something soon, Ulysses will blow up the planet right under our feet.
I told you this would be fun.
I thought you were just bragging.
We have to get into the gadget shop.
The Organon occupies the floating black market, and the first thing you think of is a looting spree?
Actually, the first thing I thought of was arson.
Arson?
Stupid idea, I know.
And how? The roofs are much too wet.
We have to get into the gadget shop.
The Organon occupies... arson?
Stupid.
And how? The roofs...
Did you see the cat?
I did. So what?
Don't you think it's cute the way it scratches at the inside of the window? It's probably hungry.
Then why doesn't it use the cat flap and catch some tuna out here?
Probably because the two of you are scaring away all the fish.
Or because he's 1, too stupid, or 2, too lazy, and 3, he's wearing a really stupid hat.
But it's not wearing a hat.
Stupid is charged.
The cat doesn't seem to be interested in the fish bait.
It probably only eats tuna, spoiled beast.
Well, I think it's sweet. So small and so soft.
You're soft in the head.
On we go.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Here, kitty. Look what yup. The cat doesn't seem to...
It probably only eats tuna, spoiled beast.
Well, I think it's sweet. So small and so soft.
You're soft in the head.
Not necessary. I've already set the hook.
Baby Goal!
Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
I don't know.
Did you see the cat?
Yes, such a poor thing. It's probably called Percival, or Mr. Meow, or Frank Ferry, or Mike Mouse Terror, or...
Goal, that's enough. Once we know its name, we'll feel even sorrier for it.
Oh, you have such a good heart.
That's just experience. It was the same with the old woman who fell into my rocket silo. The cat doesn't seem to be interested in the fish bait.
How sad. It probably only eats tuna.
Then it can't complain when it starves.
I can almost hear it calling. Help!
Stop it. Yeah, I said... On we go.
I'll follow you anywhere.
Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
Of course.
Ah, Rufus. Found any trace of that submersible yet?
I'm working on it. The Organon has sealed off the floating black market, so Argus is already hot on our trail.
That's a bad thing. The Organon always used to leave us alone here.
Don't worry, Doc. They'll pay for their misdeeds, for all the suffering and the damage they've caused.
I'm just wondering, Do you think they will also pay for the damage you have done?
Sure. They will pay through their noses for their misdeeds and mine. I'll carry on then.
Keep me posted.
Can I also play music?
Yes, but only...
And?
Of course.
Okay.
No.
Are you hungry?
No, thank you. I'm on a diet. I want to be fit just in case...
There's a battle against the Organon?
It becomes necessary to cover long distances swimming.
Do you need a shoe?
No, thank you. I only wear red high-heeled sandals with tassels.
I found a new foghorn.
That's just an old shoe.
So it is. Then throwing the old one overboard may have been a bit premature. Are you hungry?
Strangely, no. My stomach feels like it's full of little balls of wax.
Yeah, there's been a lot of minor miracles lately. I set a record for direct hits in long-distance flicking while you were asleep. Also, my ears are clean again. What? That's supposed to be the pole? Lonzo puts more ice in the drinks when he wants to save alcohol. What a disappointment. Oh, crap. The water tap is frozen. So much for my idea of a skating rink. Unfortunately, lazy. There's no need. I want to board a submersible, not open a flower shop, or whatever it is that you need clean stuff for. There's no need to wash my stuff. I want to board a submersible, not open a flower shop, or whatever it is that you need clean stuff for. There's no need. There's no or whatever. This is almost as exciting as a pirate treasure. Not that I was expecting a pirate treasure. It never snowed in Kuvak. When I wanted to rub snow in Wenzel's face, I had to lure him into Tony's freezer under some pretext. It never snowed when I... That's cool enough already. This could be useful. I'll take it. Cool. I hope this won't be another tedious level like the one in Part 1. I could have done that at least as well. That's cool enough already. Unfortunately, Doc hasn't invented a remote for that, lazy bum. Wow, the last time I could see the stars this clearly in Kuvak, I was 9. I probably shouldn't have removed the filter from the town's trash-burning generator. Wow, the last time... The sign is bigger than the pole. He obviously thinks he's the coolest. I could really use a torch like that, but to get it, I'll need something to melt the ice. Some sort of, I don't know, portable fire. Bummer. It doesn't make much sense, but maybe another one of my brilliant puns can break the ice. What a terrible audience. It doesn't make but what a terrible audience. It doesn't but what There's no need. I want or whatever it is. Oh crap. The button is frozen. No wonder the pizza guy never showed up. All shipshape, mate?
Actually, the correct address would be Captain.
Yeah, we can talk about your promotion later. First, I've got a couple of questions. You know, I think there's something wrong with your heating.
If you're cold, have a sip of tea. But be careful. It's scalding hot.
Yeah, carefulness is grossly overrated. I have never been careful, and look where it got me. So, what do we know now?
I think Goal is... We should visit...
I don't know.
But that's good. He might be...
In what way is the indent or do...
You and Tom.
Back to work, sailor!
But I am the... it's no use.
Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
I'm cold.
Even though you're so hot.
Oh dear, perhaps I'm running a fever, even though I always eat my veggies like a good girl.
It really is very cold here.
If you want to warm up,
Yes?
drink some tea.
Eh,
But be careful, it's very hot.
there's time enough to be careful when we're dead, babe. What are we doing here anyway?
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm freezing.
Yeah, too bad I threw the chest with the electric blankets overboard.
Why exactly did you do that?
Hey, you stay out of this. I'm not asking you why you went off your diet.
That was mean.
Have you had any of the tea?
Only a little. It's still very hot.
Hey, nothing's too hot for me, babe.
You shouldn't drink too much tea anyway. It's very weak. And someone flooded the toilet.
But that someone now also knows what direction the water spirals when you flush over the pole. And that it doesn't spiral at all if you stuff Doc's long johns down there. Have you seen the stars?
You want to look at the stars with me? Oh, that is so romantic.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it. And not because I want to erase some things from your diary in the meantime.
You're sweet.
On we go.
I'll follow you anywhere.
What kind of tea is this anyway?
Kidney tea. It warms you up, and it's good for your bladder, but you shouldn't drink too much of it.
Why? I have an extraordinarily large bladder.
Careful. Tea's hot.
Did I just hear a challenge?
No,
Oh! Ouch! Ooh! Darn it.
I warned you. Careful.
Did I just...
No.
Oh! Ouch!
I warned...
The recipe is fine. The problem is that it's too hot.
Ah, Rufus. Found any trace of that submersible yet?
I'm working on it. I'll carry on then.
Keep me posted.
Not necessary. I've already set the hook. And what do you think of my plan with the shoe?
I still think it's funny.
Not necessary. I've already set the hook. Hey, Goal, listen. Hey, Goal, listen. Two men run into each other, and one of them is wearing only one shoe. The first one asks, "Hey, did you lose a shoe?" And the other one answers, "Nope, I found one." And then he knocks him down with the shoe and steals all his money.
Haha, funny. I only knew that joke to the first punchline.
What do you mean funny? That was my plan, how we can get some money. Better not. She might misunderstand. Look, I made an ice sculpture of you.
Huh? Those are just ice cubes.
Yeah, that's called cubism. Hey, Goal, everything okay?
Except for the fact that you steered us straight into the eternal ice.
At least I didn't steer us into an iceberg.
But you did!
Yeah, and why can't I remember that?
Probably because you were hit on the head by a refrigerator when the polar bears attacked us.
Huh, I seem to have missed a few things.
You certainly did. It was pretty cool.
It really is very cold here.
You weakling. Can't you even stand a little cold?
Yeah, more than you.
Oh, really?
Really?
There's only one way to find out.
Ice swimming!
Ice swimming? Wait, that's dangerous. Hey! Why am I getting so upset? I can still dream of my happy place. Happy, happy, happy.
I said no icebergs below the belt.
Can't help it if you mumble. Hey, Bozo, you should check your propeller. Some lunatic tied a penguin to it.
No problem. I'll take care of it later.
But be careful, you might ruin our slide.
What are we doing here anyway?
Shouldn't you know the answer to that, as you're the one who guided us here?
Yes, but, I mean, you know how things are. Every task breaks into subtasks, which in turn break into more subtasks. It's easy to get lost somewhere in there.
Ah, I see.
Have you had any of the tea?
Why? Is it spiked?
I don't think so.
What a dump.
Don't complain to me. I would have spiked it if someone hadn't finished my entire supply of rum.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. Really?
Just like it wasn't you who drew faces on the ship's hardtack with a felt-tip pen.
Or etched your name into the hull with sulfuric acid?
No, it really actually, wasn't.
Don't try to wiggle your way out of this.
Have you seen the stars?
Focus on your job instead, Mr. Head in the Clouds.
I have to defend Rufus. Once upon a time, seafarers used to orient themselves by the stars.
Exactly. I wanted to orient myself by the stars and not be enchanted by their twinkling. On we go.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Better not. She might.
Baby goal!
Look, I made an ice sculpture of you.
Oh, how romantic. If only you had said something, I would have combed my hair first.
Doc is pretty cool. That's cool enough already. So, that's Portofisco, the former metropolis of the Rust Red Sea. A real dump, even by Deponian standards. And what is that awful stench? Huh, that reminds me of my superb trick with the field kitchen. Why should I burn my own stuff, with so much nice stuff to burn that belongs to other people? Why should I It would just melt. I'm already wondering how come they last so long. You look hungry.
I am. You don't happen to have anything edible on you?
Nothing suitable. No.
But I don't care what it is. I could eat anything.
No, wrong.
What do you mean, wrong?
You can't eat just anything. Bums eat shoes.
What?
Shoes, everyone knows that. He seems somehow familiar. Hey there, socially disadvantaged contemporary.
Is that necessary?
Why, isn't that the politically correct term? I especially didn't say rancid bum, although it was very tempting.
My name is Goon, and if you want to make fun of the homeless, you're in the wrong place.
Hey, don't worry. I'm a friend of the little guy.
The little guy?
Yeah, his name is Wenzel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'd almost forgotten. The lower classes don't understand the language of the educated elite. Fortunately, I'm well versed in ghetto slang.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't do that.
Hey ho, my brother. What's up in the hood?
Please stop that. I haven't always lived on the street. I'm an academic.
Oh, yeah, now I understand. This is some sort of social experiment, right? You've disguised yourself as a tramp in order to study their customs.
Precisely.
Very clever. I almost fell for it, but not quite. I will admit, your stink is authentic. But as far as your behavior goes, there's a lot to improve. See, I'm very familiar with the habits of the average hobo. I could teach you a few things if you'll answer a couple of questions in return.
But
No, no objections. I insist. You look hungry.
I am. For months, I've been living off the algae that grow on the quay wall. My gums are bleeding, but what else can I do?
I see you're making an effort, but just because it's pathetic, that doesn't make it, bum style. So what do bums eat?
Whatever they can find, I'm afraid.
No, wrong.
Last week, I even nibbled off the scabs from a discarded bandage.
No. I said wrong. No, bums eat shoes.
What?
Shoes, everyone knows that. Amateur. Are you still hungry?
Yes. Do you have anything for me to eat?
Now that's the way I like it. Begging is very authentic.
But I'm really, really hungry.
No, don't overdo it. First, internalize this lesson. Okay, I'll explain how to eat a shoe later. Oh, what is that horrible smell? Oh, how insensitive of me. That's you. Don't you think you're overdoing it a bit?
Very funny. You don't exactly smell of orchids yourself.
Hey, stay in character, okay? A bum like you doesn't even know what orchid dahlias are. So keep it cool, okay? Is that your umbrella?
Hey, hands off! It's the only thing I still own. The weather here on the quay can sometimes be quite unpleasant.
Don't worry, I'm not going to take it away from you. I'm just going to make a couple of modifications. It looks too new.
You think so? Even though it was struck by lightning the other day?
There, that should do.
But now it won't protect me from the rain at all.
Yeah, don't be so ungrateful. I'm helping you stay in character. Can I borrow your umbrella?
Are you crazy? First you break it and now you want to take it away from me?
Well, if it's broken, then what do you need it for?
As a prop for my role.
Okay. How about a deal? I'll give you something to eat, and you give me the umbrella. Agreed?
You would really do that for me?
Of course. I told you I was a philanthropist. We could practice a little freestyling. As a resident of the ghetto, you only have to master one instrument, the beatbox.
Beatbox?
It's very simple. Like this. Achoo, achoo, achoo. And now, you.
Achoo, achoo.
Rufus got the groove. Rufus got the groove, yeah. Who's cooler than a platypus in hibernation? Who kicks ass in any situation? Who makes ladies faint and shriek? Can't be copied, he's unique. It's Rufus. Yeah, Rufus. Who's got style? Who is cooler? Who can fool her? Who's the ruler? Who is daring, never queasy? Who will soon be in Elysium? Rufus! Yeah, Rufus!
Baum. Baum.
Hey!
What? Huh?
What's that supposed to be?
Well, I thought I'd build in a break.
That's not thinking. That's pushing yourself into the spotlight. I mean, apparently there's no point in trying to teach you to freestyle. Too bad that was one cool song, you bum. You didn't happen to see a submersible go by here?
No, sorry. I left my snorkeling gear in my winter house.
Oh, that's a pity. Oh, wait a minute! You don't have a winter home! That was sarcasm!
You're quick on the uptake.
Yeah, okay. No more sarcasm, all right? Bums, don't use sarcasm. Can you tell me a few things about Portofisco?
Certainly. What would you like to know?
Who lives in the tent?
Oh, that is the tent of the seer. An astounding fellow. They say he can predict the future.
He doesn't know property values in the real estate market, for one thing.
He used to be a wealthy man. They said he could even predict lottery numbers, but his business isn't doing so well anymore. That's why he switched to couples counseling.
He gives relationship advice?
Why not? He's got the ideal qualifications for it.
A psychology degree?
A crystal ball.
How do I get to the Upper Ascension Station?
You can't. The Organon has sealed off all the routes to the Ascension Customs.
Do you know where I can find the rebels' secret hideout?
Huh? Sure. The entrance is right here in the sewers.
No, I meant the secret hideout.
I only know this one here.
Isn't Porta Fisco also an Organon settlement?
It's even their central headquarters. Ulysses has his office right by the Ascension Customs of the Upper Ascension Station. It's always been the Organon's job to keep the Deponians away from the high boats. Now there's only one left, and they say it will be leaving the planet very soon. Who knows? Maybe then the Organon will finally disappear from Porta Fisco. Then all of Porta Fisco will make a great leap upwards.
Yeah, more than you think.
Pardon me?
Yeah, it's boring, I think.
I can't say I found this story all that boring.
Okay, let's change the subject. This place is somehow depressing.
Yes, I can understand that. Porta Fisco has depressed me my whole life long.
Yes, but you aren't that important, so it isn't as bad for you. Smell you later, and remember what I taught you.
Sure thing, my brother.
Oh, and, okay, wait. One more tip. Nobody likes a smartass. No, that's not suitable for him. It's still too intact. Not enough hobo style. Do you know where I can find the rebels' secret hideout?
Huh? Sure. The entrance is right here in the sewers.
No, I meant...
I only...
It's still... No. You look hungry.
I am. You don't happen to have anything edible on you?
Nothing suitable. No.
But I don't care what it is. I could eat anything.
No, wrong.
What do you mean, wrong?
You can't eat just anything. Bums eat shoes.
What?
Shoes, everyone knows that. Amateur. I think I might have something for you to eat.
Really? Wow, I don't know what to say.
No, not so fast. I want to suggest a trade. I'll give you the food, and you give me your umbrella.
I don't know. It's the only thing I still own.
Oh, num. Yummy food.
Oh, all right. Agreed. Hey, wait a minute. That's just a broken shoe.
Exactly. The appropriate food for a tramp like you.
What? But that's...
No. Thank me later. Bon appetit. Hey, yo. What's up, bro?
Oh, my goodness.
Come on, join in.
Hip hop hooray?
Hey, don't overdo it. You're a stinking bum, not a junk ball pro.
Yes, I almost forgot.
Your umbrella doesn't work.
Of course not. You broke it yourself.
That's not what I mean. You said it was a lightning magnet.
Well, it worked great for me.
Oh yeah, I get it. Oh, you're just a real lucky ducky. But why doesn't it work for me?
Why would you want to be struck by lightning?
Not me, my girlfriend.
Of course, that makes sense, yes.
Smell you later. And remember what I taught you.
Sure thing, my brother.
Oh, and, okay, wait. One more tip. Nobody likes a smartass. Your umbrella does...
Of course, you broke it.
Oh, yeah. Why should I burn with so much... I like them. They're like me. Always against the flow. Looks like the Organon has sealed off this city. I would call that a challenge. Unfortunately, I have other problems at the moment. You got lucky, Organon. I'm sure I'll find a way to the other side. Unfortunately, I have other problems at the moment. You got lucky, Organon. These tires are worn out and boring. But if they were burning... I admit it. It's junk. But that doesn't mean it belongs in the trash. Somewhere back there, the last high boat to Elysium is at anchor. What were those thunderstorm rules again?
Well, never be in water during a thunderstorm. Also, never stand under a tree. Willows are especially dangerous. And finally, don't hold an open umbrella.
But
Even if you do all these things at once, the chances of being struck by lightning are still very small. Winning the lottery is almost more likely.
maybe we should go back to the radio mast. I think another brilliant plan is coming to fruition. She's sweet. She's right for me. Look, I made it.
Oh, if only you had...
Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
And how? Isn't it fantastic here?
Yeah, well, if you're into squalor.
I think it's wonderful.
Says the woman with brain damage. What's that funky smell?
I hope it isn't me.
No, I think it's coming from that guy over there.
That's so sweet of you. But I must smell terrible. I haven't brushed my teeth today, and if you don't do that 3 times a day, bacteria will form in your mouth.
Exactly. Yeah, whatever. And on weekends, they meet with the Yeti and put addictive substances into adhesive.
But there are addictive substances in adhesives.
Oh, poor Goal. Poor gullible Goal. I wonder who lives in that tent up there.
Probably a great magician.
Great magicians don't live in tents. They live on the junk skipper's trawler.
Wow. How do you know all these things?
Magic. No sign of Donna-Goal.
We can do this.
Did I ever say anything to the contrary?
Not you. But Doc was mumbling earlier that it makes no sense to look for a submersible on land.
Yeah, well, Doc is completely clueless.
It sounded logical.
You know, logic is for people who are too lazy to aimlessly try things out. On we go.
I'll follow you anywhere.
Better not. She might misunderstand.
Finally.
Hey, Goal. Everything okay?
I'm bored. Didn't you promise me adventure and extreme maneuvers?
I didn't make any promises I actually meant to keep. What's that funky smell?
I hope it isn't you.
No, I think it's coming from that guy over there.
That's what I would have said in your place.
Yeah, to distract suspicion away from you.
Why should I? I smell fantastic.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah? It's
yeah,
that guy
it's,
back
it's
there.
that bum
Subject
over there, no
closed.
doubt. I wonder who lives in that tent up there.
Probably another poor lunatic.
Yeah, lots of those around here.
Roughly 3 per trawler.
No sign of Donna-Goal.
You aren't really making much of an effort, are you?
Hey, I'm saving my energy for upcoming challenges.
And what if the challenges don't come?
Trust me, they're on their way. They're massing for a surprise attack. In the end, all our plans will be foiled, and nothing but an extremely risky coup can save us.
And it always works like that?
Every time.
Cool.
On we go.
I hope you know what you're doing.